Hello, fellow medical professionals. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of motor units and muscle contractions. Let's get right into it. First up, the structure of a motor unit. A motor unit consists of a single motor neuron and all the muscle fibers it innervates. When the motor neuron sends an action potential, all the muscle fibers in that motor unit contract simultaneously. The motor neuron originates in the spinal cord or brainstem and extends its axon to the muscle fibers. These muscle fibers are the individual muscle cells controlled by the motor neuron. The number of muscle fibers in a motor unit can vary greatly depending on the muscle's function. For fine motor control, like eye movements, a motor unit may consist of only a few muscle fibers. In contrast, for gross movements, like those in the leg muscles, a motor unit may include hundreds of muscle fibers. Now, the function of a motor unit. The motor unit is the functional unit of muscle contraction. When a motor neuron is activated, it sends an action potential down its axon, causing the release of acetylcholine at the neuromuscular junction. This triggers an electrical response in the muscle fiber's membrane, leading to muscle contraction. The strength of a muscle contraction depends on the number of motor units activated and the frequency of their activation. Motor unit recruitment is the process by which the nervous system activates more motor units to increase muscle contraction strength. When a task requires more force, the nervous system recruits more motor units, starting with smaller units and progressively activating larger ones as needed. This is known as the size principle. For example, lifting a light object may only require the activation of a few motor units, while lifting a heavy object requires the recruitment of many more. Next, let's talk about the phases of a twitch contraction. A twitch contraction is the response of a muscle to a single brief stimulus and involves three phases. The latent period is the short delay between the application of the stimulus and the beginning of contraction. The contraction phase is when muscle tension increases as the cross bridges between actin and myosin filaments form and slide over each other, shortening the muscle fibers. The relaxation phase occurs when calcium ions are reabsorbed into the sarcoplasmic reticulum and the muscle fibers return to their resting state. The frequency of stimulation and muscle tension are closely linked. A single action potential produces a single twitch with a low level of tension. Wave summation occurs if a second stimulus is applied before the muscle has fully relaxed from the previous twitch, making the second contraction stronger. Incomplete tetanus happens when the muscle is stimulated repeatedly at a frequency that allows only partial relaxation between stimuli. Complete tetanus is when the muscle does not relax between stimuli, resulting in a smooth, sustained contraction with maximum tension. Muscle tone is the continuous and passive partial contraction of muscles, maintaining posture and ensuring that muscles are ready for action. Even at rest, some motor units in a muscle are always active, creating a slight tension that keeps the muscle firm without producing movement. Finally, let's distinguish between isotonic and isometric contractions. Isotonic contractions occur when a muscle changes length while producing tension. This includes concentric contractions, where the muscle shortens, and eccentric contractions, where the muscle lengthens. Isometric contractions occur when a muscle produces tension without changing length, crucial for maintaining posture and stabilizing joints during movement. That's a wrap on today's topic. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep those neurons firing. Stay curious,